Switch to Japan's third-party games shift to game key cards. What gamers need to know. Let's be honest, this news caught a lot of us off guard. If you've been keeping an eye on the Japanese pre-order scene for the upcoming Switch 2, you might have already sensed that something's changing, and not necessarily for the better. Gematsu, a trusted source among gamers, shared some eye-opening details. Most physical third-party titles available for pre-order in Japan aren't your standard game cartridges. Instead, they're shipping as game key cards, meaning you'll need an internet connection to download the full game after you buy them. Looking at the list of titles confirmed for this new format, it's quite a lineup. You'll find popular games like Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Nobunaga's Ambition, Awakening, Shinepost, Be Your Idol, Wild Hearts S, and even Street Fighter 6, all packaged as these game key cards. Each one clearly labeled, pointing to the fact that what you're getting isn't a traditional physical game in a cart, but a digital code inside a box. But it's not always cut and dry. There are exceptions. For some titles, the US gets a full cartridge, like Demon X, Machina Titanic Scion, while Japan receives a game key card. Fans point out other third-party hits, such as Cyberpunk 2077, Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, and Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, that are confirmed to come with a full game in the box, no downloads needed. Then there's the case of Split Fiction. Although it'll be available on Switch 2 and even supports a Friends Pass feature allowing shared gameplay, it comes as a code in a box in Japan. Meaning, no physical disc or cartridge, just a download code. The fact that Hazelight chose not to produce a physical version in Japan makes you wonder whether this trend will spread worldwide. Will the rest of the industry follow suit and only offer download codes in standard boxes elsewhere? This shift raises a bigger question about how we perceive physical game ownership. While many debate whether game key cards are better or worse for preservation, the reality is that Nintendo's move might be more about convenience or cost-cutting. Or maybe for region-specific reasons, like with Split Fiction, where arrangements with EA or local markets dictate the format. The real worry is what this means for game ownership in the future. Will Nintendo or third-party devs find ways to let gamers retain their digital titles even if they're delisted? Or are we heading toward a world where the only physical option is an expensive, high-capacity cartridge? We're still waiting to see how players will accept or reject this approach. Especially for franchise fans who switch between annual Call of Duty releases or similar annualized titles. Do they prefer full discs, or is this digital-only model gaining ground? One thing's clear, the market will have the final say. But for now, it feels like the landscape is evolving into something that's not quite purely physical, not yet fully digital, it's somewhere in between, and how gamers respond will shape what comes next.